So this red ball here might be one of the weirdest training aids I've ever been sent. And no, it's not a clown nose. This little thing here is called the Ball of Steel. And I'm gonna tell you why this might be one of the coolest putting aids I've ever been sent. Let's do it right now. Eyeline Golf actually sent me over a bucket of things, and this was one of the things that was in there that I wasn't really quite sure about. And to be honest with you, I look at a lot of different training aids and sometimes I'm like, what the heck is this thing? How does it even work? Like, what is it supposed to do? But it turns out that this was one that pleasantly surprised me. So this is called the Ball of Steel, and it weighs 5 times more than a regular golf ball. And this will help you really get the feeling of hitting through your putt and make sure that you're hitting those putts on a more crisp line. And normally what I'll do is I'll set this thing down for a quick 2-foot putt, and then I'll go ahead and roll this thing in the center. And what you'll notice is when you hit it out the toe, the club face twists a lot because it's very heavy. And when you hit it out the heel, the club face twists because it's very heavy. So it really helps you work on making sure you get that center strike and also making sure that you consistently strike through the ball. And then from there, I'll take a step foot back to about 8, maybe 9 feet, and I'll roll in a normal ball because again, it's like 5 times the weight. So I figured it'd be 5 times the distance, which would actually be 10 feet, but don't you dare question me on math because this is a golf channel, not a math channel. And then I go from there and basically just work my way around the hole, hitting a bunch of different 2-foot putts with this ball to get that stroke and grain. And when I originally got it, it sat in the packaging for a while because, you know, I just figured it was one of those accessories that you don't really use, but man, was I pleasantly surprised when I pulled this out of the bag and gave it a go. And man, does this thing really work. I'm dead serious. I know I talk about a lot of miracle cures and all this crazy stuff, but hit this thing in the hole a few times, go to rolling your next stroke. I guarantee that ball's gonna roll very good end over end because it really just forces you to have a good consistent stroke through the ball. So one of the first things that I always like to do is make sure that I have a gate with me. If you're not as bougie as I am and you don't have a custom gate that you bought off the internet, you can just use 2 T-pegs. And what I do is I find a straight putt on the green that's normally about 5 or 4 feet out from the hole. And then from there, I wanna set down maybe 5, 10 putts and just roll it through that gate to make sure that I'm starting the ball on line. At the end of the day, we've all got nuances in our putter stroke and nuances in our face control. What ultimately matters is, are you able to start the ball on the line that you intend? And the gate drill is a really good way for you to practice. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll walk around the hole, and you've probably seen this drill before. I'll set up 4-foot targets, and I'll try to make 100% of the putts from 4 feet on different breaks on the same hole. And this again is just going through my full routine, making sure that I feel the pressure of having to make putts from 4 feet as often. These are those putts you need to save par when you're trying to get up and down that really make the difference in a round. And then if you want to add a little bit of extra difficulty and added pressure to it, you can go out to 5, 6, possibly even 7 feet, depending on how you're feeling. Maybe you consider yourself to be a PGA Tour pro. Maybe you want to roll them in from 8 feet. I normally go out to 6 feet and try to make the same pressure putts from there because again, that 4 to 6 foot range is where people like you and I, down that lens, us weekend and amateur competitive golfers, can really improve and drop a lot of strokes in our game. Look up in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No. It's not the Man of Steel, it's the Ball of Steel. That's so cheesy. I'm just so gonna keep that. The Ball of Steel from Eyeline Golf, I think it's a really cool training aid. It's really affordable. I'd definitely give it a try. Literally, within 5 or 10 minutes of using this thing, you're gonna feel a lot more confident about your stroke. And at the end of the day, being confident over the putter is a very important part of golf. That's really all I got for you down that lens. Thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel. Deuces, people. Let's keep it moving.